Hi everyone. So I wanted to do a fun little vlog here. One of my goals this year in terms of reading is to read a lot of the books that are on my TBR cart, which you can kind of see in the mirror over there. I have so many books on that TBR cart, and I've been really bad at reading that cart. And yeah, I don't know why. It's just been like I haven't been in the mood to read a lot of those books because a lot of them are beginnings of series, a lot of them are big fantasy books, a lot of them are owl crate books. So it's like I just haven't had the want to read in a lot of those. But I have so many of them, and it's been putting me off buying books because I just need to like get through that cart. I literally have like 67 books on that cart. It, well, not all on that cart. I have some unread books on my shelves, but there's still a lot of books on my cart. Probably a little bit too much, but it hasn't fallen. It's still standing. So we're all good on that front. But what I ended up doing was compiling all the books in a data sheet so that I can, like, I know what books I have, and then, like, I wanted it all in one place. And I think what would be fun is to kind of random generator, pick a book. What I want to do is have at least two books of like a month be from that cart just so that I can like get through them. So that's what we're doing here today. This is kind of a vlog. I'm gonna do a lot of things this weekend, so I wanted to like vlog that. Some of it's K-pop related, some of it's gonna be reading and writing related. So it'll be a little bit of everything. But I wanted to start out with picking the book that I'm going to be reading because I have finished Parable of the Sower and The Chosen One. Is that what it's called? The Chosen and the Beautiful. I am so all over the place this morning. I didn't get great sleep last night, so I'm just like out of it. The Chosen and the Beautiful. I finished both of those books, which I'll talk about in my wrap up for you guys. Yeah, I need a new book to read. So we are going to be picking that book, and I'll kind of flip you around to show you what the Google sheet looks like that I made. And it's not like all the way finished, but I was kind of working on it the other day, and I just want to show you guys what it looks like and how we're going to choose the book, and I'll show you my TBR cart and all of that. So yes, I will be right back. Hello. I was talking and I was not recording you guys. So what I was saying is I'm wanting to show you the spreadsheet that I made on Google Sheets, and it's really simple. Like, there's not a lot to it. I just wanted like a space of all the books that I haven't read, like the books on my TBR, all in one space. And I just made a new one. I had an old version, but it's kind of like all over the place. So I just wanted to do the ones from, 2025, because like those have changed because I probably read some of those books last year. But yeah, I just wanted it all in one place. So we just have the book title, we have the author, publication year, genre, age category, series, if it's a series or not, and then if it's an Owl Crate book, because I do have quite a few unread Owl Crate books. And then I have read or unread, and like once I read it, I will, mark as read. And then I will also mark it as DNF if I end up DNFing it. And then at the bottom here, I have little graphs. So I just did the genres, series, and then Owl Crate books. So clearly fantasy is like my number one genre that I have. And then the second, this is fantasy, is at 59.1%. And then the next biggest one that I have is sci-fi, which is 9.1%. And then everything else is kind of like equal. I was surprised. I thought I had a lot more unread books. I only have 67, which seems like a lot, but compared to like my read shelves, like that's pretty good. And like all the books on here kind of make sense as to why they haven't been read yet. I do have one that I already have unread, which is a little life because could not get through that. Could not get through that book at all. So already marked that as unread. But I have some mystery books that I haven't gotten to. I have a couple contemporaries. Some of them are classics that I got from Owl Crate, and then I also have a classic that I purchased on my own that I still have not read. Um, Couple of contemporaries here and there, historical fiction. So we're kind of all over the map. So I could honestly be reading anything. Most likely it would be fantasy because that is just insane. 59.1, but that is my most read genre, so makes sense. And then in terms of series, again, because they are mostly fantasy books, they are going to be series. So, same number as the fantasy books, I have 59.1% fantasy or series. And then I also have a couple that are duologies, which is good. Like I could easily get those done quickly. And some of the series, some of them are like have 3 books in the series. Some of them only have 2 books. Some of the, well, that's the duologies. But some of them are like sagas, so I have no idea how many there are. But I was surprised by how many weren't series, because a lot of the Owl Crate books are also fantasy. So I was like, oh, these must be series. But some of them weren't listed as series. So that was kind of nice. I love a good one and done fantasy book. But that was at 34.8%. And then the Owl Crate books, I was also surprised by this because I felt like I had a lot of Owl Crate books that I hadn't read. I've been trying to get better at reading them, so like that's been helpful. I read quite a few at the end of last year. So 57.6% are not Owl Crate books, which is nice. But then that also means I have bought a lot of unread books. So also might not be great. But I have 42.4% that are Owl Crate. So it's not that much of a difference, but I was surprised that I had more no Owl Crate books than yeses. So that's all that I counted up here. Most of my authors are female authors, which is nice. There's a couple that are male, but those are like screenwriting books. I have like a weird nonfiction book that was given to me as a gift. So hopefully I won't choose that one. But yeah, I'm going to show you the books that I have unread. I'm not going to go through each one, but I'll kind of just give you an overview of what is on my unread shelves. So let's do that. Everyone, I realized I had to flip my phone around because this is for YouTube, not for TikTok. But here is my TBR cart in its full capacity. I have a couple of books stacked here that I grabbed from my bookshelf. They are not going to fit on this, so I'm going to get like a little box situation to put those in. Like, yeah, there's no rhyme or reason to this. It's just like where I could fit books where. There's no like order they are in, and it's just all the books that I have not read. I do have mostly like paperbacks down at the bottom, and this shelf is pretty much mostly Owl Crate books, except the couple in the back, which is Arch Enemies, which is such a crime that I have not read that. I really like the first book of that series, the Stephanie Meyer series. And then we have Royal Assassin back there and All the Light We Cannot See. I'm not going to flip this around to show you. But those are the like non-Owl Crate books that I have. But everything else on the shelf are Owl Crate books. This shelf is a modge podge of things. There's books that I've bought, have not read yet. There are some Owl Crate books on here. I really need to get through my Naomi Novik books. So here's the story with Naomi Novik. I've been trying to read this book for so long, Uprooted, because I'm like, oh, it's everything that I love. I love fairy tale retellings. I love a little bit of romance. But every time I get into it, it's just not, I'm not feeling it. And I don't know why that is. And then I tried reading A Deadly Education, and then I heard all the like things surrounding that book that happened. And then it kind of took me out of wanting to read it. As you can see, I have started reading it and I was like enjoying it. And then all of a sudden, all this like controversy was happening about it. Then we have Spinning Silver, which I'm like, I really like the premise of, and I really want to read it. But I'm just not sure if I'm like in love with her writing. I have a friend who like loves her books. So yeah, I like really want to give her a chance, but that's why these are all here. This Has Been a Crime, How Long It's Been on My Shelf. I bought this when I was working at Barnes & Noble, which was in like 2016. This, I'm not sure if I want to read it. I've tried reading it like multiple times. I like Alexandra Bracken. I don't know why it's been read. Hasn't been read. But then we have series. We have Catherine Arden. Need to finish the series. I really like the first one, so I would like to get to it. And I have a good memory of what happens in the first book because it hasn't been that long since I've read it. But anyways, and then there's some books that I'm like really curious about, like Graceling. But I've also kind of been falling out of YA, so like I'm just not sure how these books are gonna go. So that's why I've been putting them off. What's this one here? Oh, this one I'm really curious about, The Unbroken. Yeah, I mean, just have like a bunch of fantasy books that I need to get through, which is the story of my life, but like they're humongous. So yes, a lot of these I've also tried picking up and then I put down. The bottom I think is mainly contemporary. This has some fantasy, contemporary, an Owl Creek book. This is the weird nonfiction book I was talking about. I don't know. I hope I don't get this one, but yeah, and then I have Joseph Campbell, Hero's Journey. So yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. And then I have these extras that I, again, took off of my shelves. We've got mainly Owl Crate books and Aurora Rising, which I can't remember if I've read that or not. It's not marked as read on Goodreads, and maybe it was one of those ones that I kind of started and like wasn't quite into it. But yeah, a lot of these books I feel like I should have just read a long time ago because I don't know if I'm like in the right space or like in the right mood for a lot of these books. So yeah, that's kind of why those are there. Okay, so I pulled all of those books that are on the ground from this section and then moved all the like red books that I had here. These two were always on the shelf. I just had to move things around. But behind this book, I have read this book, but behind it, I have unread books. I feel like I've read Cries of War, but again, it wasn't marked on my Goodreads. There was a portion of time when I was not using Goodreads, so that's possible when I was reading that, but again, I don't know. So we have that one. We have Sisters of the Snake. Again, a lot of Owl Crate books. You see a theme here. This is actually pretty big. But I also learned that sisters wrote this book, and it's about sisters, so that's cute. I am interested in this book, Four Dead Queens. And then I think the last book in here is Mirage, which I'm not sure if I've read because it was not marked, but I feel like, I don't know. Some of these books I'm like, I feel like I've read you, but you're not marked as read. So I do not know. And then there's books that were marked as read, but then I was like, did I DNF that book? Like, I don't know. I don't know what was going on with me at a certain time. But yeah, let's bring you down. So this from here on are all books that I need to read. So we've got The Picture of Dorian Gray, Pride and Prejudice, Frankenstein, You. These I got from Owl Crate when they were doing the classics, like special covers. They are very pretty. I just don't really read classics, so I mean, I probably should because I'm trying to be a writer, but mainly film and TV. This I got in like a writing Book Box, have not read it. This is very short. I don't know why I haven't read it. And this I tried reading and I was not in the mood for it when I was reading it. So, and then this I bought on my own when I was working at Barnes & Noble because it's such a pretty edition. And I do really want to read this book. Like, it is a classic that intrigues me. But yes, so those are the unread books, and I will now pick a book, and I'll talk about how I'm gonna do that. Okay, I shouldn't be doing this in the morning because I'm just like half waking up. I was screen recording my Google Sheet that I made, and when I was showing you all my books, I did not hit stop recording. So I have a screen recording that is however long I've been talking to you, showing you all of the books. So there is that. Alrighty, so what we're gonna do and how we're gonna choose the book is I'm gonna use a number generator, random number generator. I put 66 books because again, I have read or I tried reading A Little Life and I DNF'd it, so I'm not counting that one. But I am counting books that I have DNF'd, but I'm just not putting that in the generator because I do not want to go through that again because that was awful. So, I don't know how people read the whole thing because that was just, I got like 30% of the way in and it was horrible. But yeah, so I'm going to use the random number generator on Google to pick the book, and then the number it chooses will go through the Google Docs and see which book is chosen. So, as you can see, I was doing a reaction for Laissez Our Femmes Come Back. If anyone is interested, I watched the music video and I will be listening to the album on my second channel, but that's why their album was up on there. Anyway, so yeah, let's generate a number. I'm kind of nervous. There's like some books that I'm kind of wanting to read. There's some that I don't really want to pick up right now because it's like the middle of the month. And I feel like if I pick a big book, it's just going to take me a long time to read. So yeah, let's just go ahead and pick it. 43. Okay, that's a high number. Could be anything. Oh, interesting. It is Wicked Like a Wildfire. So I have been interested in reading this book for a very long time. Let me go grab it and then let me stop recording so we don't make that mistake again. And yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, so here is the book, Wicked Like a Wildfire. I've had this on my shelf for a very long time. It was one of the earlier books that I got from Owlcrate when I was first getting Owlcrate and getting back into reading. It was one that I was really intrigued by. The cover is beautiful and the story kind of interested me. So I was like, oh, this could be a fun book to get into, to get back into reading. Never picked it up. Again, I feel like I probably started it and then I just did not finish it, but it seems really interesting. Yeah, there's just like a lot of interesting things going on. It's set in Montenegro, which is cool. There's like magic having to deal with flowers. Like she can turn them into visions, I guess, which is kind of interesting. And it seems like there's like stuff going on with the family, like she kind of curses people. Yeah, I don't like reading synopsises too much. I like to go into these like blind, so I don't want to get too into it. And it's like they've got a long synopsis on there, but I will like put a brief synopsis here for you if you want to know what it's about, or just like the Goodreads link down below. But yeah, I'm actually kind of excited about this one. I think this is a series. This is number 1 in the series, but this is good. I can like get this done relatively fast. It's almost 400 pages. It doesn't see, I mean, it's YA, so I might be able to read it quickly. I will definitely be starting it tonight. So that is our first pick of this little series. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do the vlog because I am doing stuff this weekend. So I could make it like a weekend vlog, like a part one of the series, or I can stretch it out to the end of the month because I do want to pick 2 books like this, like on my TBR cart. So I might stretch it out to like the next couple weekends, maybe. I don't do a lot on the week. I do read on the week, but I work as well. So I feel like I just won't be reading a lot. Or like doing fun activities during the week to like vlog for you guys. It might just be like B-roll. But yeah, I might make this last a couple weekends and then I'll probably post something like in between this one. But yes, here it is. Here's our first book of this challenge that I'm trying to do. And I'm actually kind of excited. This seems really interesting. This premise seems very, like, the magic seems unique and there seems to be a lot of like conflict going on. So I'm pretty excited about it. Let's see what the Goodreads reviews were. Because I feel like with Owl Crate books, they're like hits and misses. So let's see. Oh, it looks like it's just a duology, which is nice. Okay. Oh, so like her whole family has magic within them. And then so I think Iris is the daughter and Melina is the mother. Iris's magic is that she can see flowers as fractals and turns her kaleidoscope visions into glasswork. Oh, interesting. That's kind of cool. And then her mother interprets moods as music. Oh, that's kind of cool. But the whole family has like magic that is called gleaming, which is to manipulate beauty. So the magic seems really interesting in this, but I think it's just a duology, which is quite nice. Let's see what the reviews are average. There's some high reviews, some low reviews. So yeah, the average is 3.52. But there's quite a few high reviews, and then there's like 1-star reviews, so kind of all over the map. So yeah, we'll see. I feel like the magic is really intriguing me, so I'm excited about that. But yeah, I think that's all for now. I've got to make some calls before work, so I will talk to you guys the next time I start reading.
Sweet lashing gales after a long drought, sometimes even the kinds that came in rainbows, the kinds you wanted to feel on your face while you held the rest of your body underwater in the summer sea. Rain could be This recording of Wicked Like a Wildfire was presented by Dreamscape Media LLC. Narrated by Hallie B. Bard. Produced by Haley Taylor. Text copyright 2017 by Lana Popovich. Sound publishers. Thank you for listening. Please check dreamscapepublishing.com for Dreamscape's latest releases.
Hi everyone. Excuse me. Sorry, the mornings my throat has been hoarse because it is very cold and dry, so apologies. But I wanted to update you on this new challenge I am doing, and I have finished Wicked Like a Wildfire, which I'm super happy to have finished because I've had this book for a very, very long time. I think I got it sometime around like when I was getting back into reading, so like 2016, 2017. It was like after college and I was like getting back into my reading game. So I've had this for a very long time. I have not picked it up. I just never gravitated towards it. The synopsis really intrigued me, but like I wasn't in the mood to ever like pick up and read. And then also lately I haven't been very into YA, which there's a lot of YA books on that shelf that I showed you guys. So it's been a hot mess that I haven't read this. So this is a good challenge because it'll get me to read those books that have been on my cart for a very long time. So I ended up liking this like just okay. I thought the magic was really cool. There are some really, really cool scenes with the magic that's involved in this. And I like the setting. It was set in like Montenegro, which I thought was a unique setting. And I think the reason why I got this actually is because I visited Seattle to the Chihuly Gardens, and they were mentioned a lot in this book because part of their magic is that they can like manipulate glass and everything. So I thought that was really cool. And I totally forgot about the aspect of this book. And I think that's like the main reason why I got it. Because I think this was an owl crate, but I cannot remember if I got this in an owl crate or if I bought it on my own. Like I can't remember because it's been that long. So happy to have it. I'll have a like more in-depth review of it in my wrap up at the end of the month. So yes, happy to have this done. I gave it a like 3.5 out of 5 stars because I did enjoy the writing at some points. It was very flowery, so there was a lot of times where the book got a little slow for me. And then I really liked the end of the book, like things really picked up towards the middle, like this last third of the book. And then I read it with the audiobook, so that was a fun experience as well. So happy to have that, and we get to choose the next book off of this list. So I'm really nervous because like it was really nice to me the first time around, and I feel like it was kind of fate that I read this because I feel like this is probably one of the older books that I have on that cart, so I find that very funny. But I'm gonna pause the camera real quick because I also want to screen record because I'm gonna do some things to the sheet, so I will be right back. Okay everyone, hello. So I am on my Google sheet that I made that I showed you guys earlier. And now that I have finished a book out of the 66 books that we have on here, because I DNF'd a little life, I'm going to highlight this. What color should I highlight it for red? Oh, that's a little too dark. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, I'll do that for the books that I have read, and I'll mark it as red. And then I actually want to add another tab and put star rating. This color, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I can. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. And I'm gonna put my star rating here and put 3.5. And then once I'm done, like when I have more books that are read, I'll start making a chart for like the read and unread books. So yes, we have a book done. Super excited. It didn't take me too long to read. It's only like I think it was like almost 400 pages. Exactly 400 pages. And having the audiobook like alongside with it made it a really fast read. I've been enjoying doing that recently because it's just like a fun way to read. I feel like it's more interactive that way. And then I can also pick up the audiobook like when I'm cooking or doing laundry and stuff like that. So it makes it faster to get through the book. So we're gonna pick our next book. Let me go back to, so when I read a book or DNF a book, I'm gonna put it in a new sheet. And remove it from the old one. So let me see how I can do that. Got it figured out. Okay. And then I'm also going to move, this will help me, and then I'll delete this cell. This will help me when I like pick a new book because then I'll know how many numbers to put for the number generator. So I'm also going to move the DNF to that sheet as well. Okay, and I'm gonna choose a color for the DNFs. I don't know what color to choose. I'm kind of picking a specific theme here. Haven't done any purple. Oh, that's nice. Okay, oh, this needs to be in. Oh, that's the wrong color. Okay. Okay, so now we have, let me delete this row. Okay. So we have 65 books to choose from now. So we will go over to the random number generator. Am I still recording? Oh, I wasn't even recording that. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh my God. Okay. So I'm going to show you what I was going to do. That's so annoying. It's early in the morning, so I'm not really awake right now. But what I did, so I had the red books on here. I finished Wicked Like a Wildfire. So I added it to another sheet so that I have all my red books on one sheet. And I just chose a color to help me organize, and then a color for DNF. This again will help me when we go to the number generator, so I know how many books to add to that random number generator. So there we go. You feel me? Okay, so I'm gonna leave this recording until I pick a book. So let's go to our random number generator. Okay, and we have 65 books. Okay, 65. All right, y'all, here we go. I'm not gonna look. Generate 51. That seems really low or high. Oh, interesting. Okay. So the book that has been chosen is Wicked Saints, which I feel like there is controversy with this book. I don't remember like fully, but okay, I'm gonna go grab it. I'm also gonna choose a color for books that I am in the middle of. Let's see what color I should choose for that. Look at my color code things. I don't really have blues. Hold on. Oh, about Wicked Saints. And again, lots of YA and lots of Alcred books is a theme here. So yeah. Oh, that's a nice color. Okay, that'll be my color that I'm in the middle of reading. So I'm gonna go get the book. I'm gonna put Wicked Like a Wildfire away. I'm gonna put this bookmark away. I have a bunch of bookmarks from Book Roast. I was a part of her Patreon for a while, then I kind of stopped because money reasons, but she would give you like a free bookmark incentive. And they're really like well made bookmarks. So I chose one. I have them in a little book tin, which I got from Owl Crate. But anyways, I will be right back with the new book. Okay, book for now goes back on the cart because I am running out of space on my bookshelf. So I've got to figure out where I put, I think it's in here. Yes, it is. Okay. And here's our book. Another book with the word wicked in it, which is interesting. I moved some of the books that were on my bookshelf into this little box thing because I, again, don't have enough space to add another book cart anywhere. So I just put it in a box and it's kind of in a weird space. But yeah, we're going to discuss the book and I'll be right back. Okay. So I picked Wicked Saints. Are you guys going to be able to read that when I edit this? Anyways. Again, another book that's been on my TBR cart for a while. Another Owl Crate book. It's a very pretty edition. I really was intrigued by the story when it first came out, but I cannot for the life of me remember if there was controversy surrounding the book or the author. So I don't remember. If anyone remembers that, let me know in the comments. But yeah, Wicked Saints, it follows 3 characters, I believe. A girl, Nadia, who can hear like whispers of gods in her head. A prince surrounded by desperate suitors and deadly assassins. And then a monster hidden behind pale, tortured eyes and a smile. I don't know why I said it like that cuts like a knife. And they are intertwined together. I feel like I'm wondering if there's going to be like a love triangle. Because maybe the monster isn't really a monster sort of thing. I was intrigued by it, and the setting was also intriguing because it's like a gothic setting. Is this a series as well? Because I think Wicked Like a Wildfire, yeah, this is also a series. So we'll see if I like it and if I want to continue it. I don't know if I'll continue Wicked Like a Wildfire. I don't know how many books are in that. I think it was a duology. But okay, this is our next book. And I feel like the roles have been kind to me because, again, this is like an average length of book. Those are the acknowledgements. It has deckled edges, which I'm not the biggest fan of. But let's see. Oh, it's shorter, 381. About 20 pages shorter than the last one, which is good because if there is an audiobook, I'm like getting through books by listening to audiobooks. And March is a pretty long month, so this might be a good month for me reading wise. But let's see if Everand has this audiobook. That would be very helpful. I feel like recently Everand has had a lot of audiobooks. Everand used to be Scribd. It's the same app, but they changed the name. I don't know if they got new owners or something, but let's see. Wicked Saints. Emily Duncan, it came up in the search bar. Oh, let's see. Oh, no, this is a trilogy. Okay. Looks like they only have the ebooks. Okay. Maybe I can find the audiobooks somewhere. But if not, I mean, it's only 380 pages. It's not, and it's YA, so it might. I just have been liking that aspect of like reading and listening together. So it's like more fun to me. And then I think the chapter headers are pretty as well. Yeah, I like the little print there. It's a very pretty book. So we'll see. And it's a matte cover, which is kind of annoying. So I always take the covers off when I'm reading. But yeah, this looks to be like a trilogy. And then Wicked Like a Wildfire. I find it very funny that both of these books have Wicked in the title. Series. Oh. yeah, Wicked Like a Wildflower is a duology. I may or may not finish it. I don't know. I wasn't like, I feel like it didn't need a duology. It's kind of didn't really land on a big cliffhanger. So I don't know. Yeah, that is everything for this update. I will update you once I have started this book. I might read it tonight. I've been reading before bed recently to help me go to sleep. So I will probably be doing that. And I will see you all later. Hi everyone, so I wanted to wrap up this vlog that I have been doing and tell you that I did finish Wicked Saints. And I did look up the controversies surrounding the author, so I'm not going to give like a final review of this book because of the hurtful things that this author has done. And I just wanted to be upfront with you. I kind of remembered like after this book was picked that all that stuff happened. I just couldn't remember like all the details and exactly what she did. And there was also some stuff in this book that was related to anti-Semitism. So I'm just not gonna talk about this book at all. So, and I will let you know I am not going to finish the duology at all. But I just wanted to let you know that I did finish it because this was part of the challenge that I was doing, which was trying to get through my TBR cart. And I'll kind of put like a brief, like maybe a description of like what happened with the author, as well as like my thoughts on it. I didn't really love the book, so that's like one of the main reasons why I'm not continuing it, but also because of the controversies with this author. And yeah, I just did not really like it very much. And that was even before I looked up like everything, because I looked it up after reading it. And because I'm like, when I do a challenge, I want to like see through the challenge and complete the challenge for myself. And then like if there is stuff about the book and the author that like I don't remember, or like this one, I didn't remember any of that. So I did my research after, and I'm just not going to give my final thoughts on it. But yeah, I have completed that book. So I am going to end the vlog here. And I, again, will put like a slide of like everything about her and the book and what I thought about it. And it wasn't great, honestly. Like I just did not jive with it. So there won't be many thoughts on it, but I will definitely clear that book from my Google Sheet, which I will do that now actually while I have you here. And this will be the last bit of this vlog. So this will kind of wrap up the vlog, but let me go to that sheet I had, my unread books. Let me, okay. So going to Wicked Saints, here we are, and marking it as read. And then I'll just tell you what I rated it. I rated it a 3 out of 5 stars. I usually don't give ratings below 3. That's just like, unless it's like really, really bad, like completely awful, then I'll give it like a 2 out of 5. But like, there were like moments, and then obviously like warning about everything. And I'm honestly like, I'm gonna be upfront, like I'm not too familiar with like, you know, I'm just not gonna talk about it because I don't want to get in trouble with people. But I am not too familiar with the subject matter, but I have researched a little bit, and like I could give it a lower rating, but there were some like tiny aspects of the writing, nothing to do with like any of the anti-Semitism stuff, but there were some things that I did like about it. But also a lot of the controversy was surrounding something else, which I do want to talk about, but I'm just not gonna talk about on here. But anyways, I don't need to keep repeating myself. So let's hide, or let me copy it first. I'll copy it, and then I will move that here. And yeah, I should probably put a new tab if I want to continue the series or not. And I am going to continuing series. Sorry, I'm a little out of it today. My allergies have been really bad, and I can't tell if I'm coming down with the cold or not. Like I just feel really sluggish, and I've also been having a lot of like health issues that I've been trying to figure out. So I'm a little out of it right now. And I'm going to edit these squares and say continue or DNF series. And yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Oh, so sorry. Oh, good. Okay, so it only changed. Okay. So I don't think I'm going to continue Wicked Like a Wildfire. Oh, sorry, DNF. I just like, I don't really like how it ended, and I'm like, there wasn't enough for me to be like, oh, I really want to continue the series. And for Wicked Saints, I think I'm definitely not going to continue. Oops. Sorry, this is like something that I decided to add on, and it's become quite a mess. Okay. Oh, and my light needs to be charged. Okay, anyways. DNF series. Okay, so 2 series I'm gonna DNF, which is actually kind of interesting to like put in here. Anyways, yeah, it will be interesting to see if like how many series I end up continuing or not continuing. So I think that is a good thing to add that here. Yes, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. There's gonna be a lot like a b-roll, and I want to do more vlogs in the future, but during the weeks I don't really have much going on except for like work. So that's not exciting. And I like the weekends have been kind of like all over the place, but I have a couple of things lined up in April that I think would be fun to vlog. So I will definitely add those there. So if you liked this vlog, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to subscribe, definitely hit that subscribe button. I do really want to add more vlogs to this channel and like other fun things other than just like sit down videos, because I feel like sit down videos are like really hard for me to do and edit and all that stuff. It takes a lot of time for me. So I just will probably do like a couple of those videos per month and then like a couple of vlogs per month. But yeah, I will catch you all in the next vlog. Bye.